Today we are revisiting the mighty Yamaha THR 10X. The Yamaha THR series is a series of desktop modeling units which sound really outstanding in my opinion. And there was one piece out of that series, which was the green one, which I got and I was really happy about because it delivered really authentic, at least in my ears, authentic 80s guitar tones without much tweaking. So I got this unit here, as you can see, the green one standing on the Kemper. And as you can see, it looks kick-ass. Has this nice, orange light. And yeah, it's a stereo unit. And today we would like to revisit it. So here's the editor. And the PC editor is something where you can access some more functionalities which are not accessible from the unit itself. If you're not familiar with that unit, it has 5 memory slots where you can save your presets, and yeah, you have here the amp models, starting with the flat one. So that is basically just for maybe connecting it with another modeling processor. Bass, bass emulation or bass amp, clean amp, and the other ones are more or less gain, crunch or high gain amps. And here you can see there is a cabinet section where you could choose cabinets. And then you have the gate, which is not accessible from the unit itself, only here from the editor, and also the compressor. And as you can see, currently I'm using the Brown 2 amp with the matching cabinet. If you switch to another amp model, then the cabinet excuse me, is switched immediately, which is a little bit of a shame, because I think the IR here, the Brown 4x12, is the one which is the most usable. And as you can see here, you can change amps and change the cabinet separately, which cannot be done on the unit itself. There is a new version of that unit, by the way, because this is discontinued, and the latest version is supposed to include the sounds of all the various different models. So also the sounds from the green one. I don't know if that is true, but I don't own the new version yet. So let's start with the most famous tone here, which is the Brown 2, I think. And let's set this to 5, around 5. If I disable the gate, disengage the gate, of course you can hear the background noise. So let's turn that on. And it sounds good to me in the room. By the way, this unit is now used as an audio interface, so I'm recording direct, and I'm also hearing the sound out of the small speakers of the unit. So as you can see, or as you can hear, it sounds pretty good with everything at noon except the gain. If you set the gain to 5, you have a nice crunch tone. You can engage some chorus maybe. reverb. But it's also nice, of course, the additional parameters here, which are also not accessible from the unit itself. So I like to cut the highs of the reverb usually. So that is more subtle. Maybe like that, you have a nice you can use maybe the compressor for a little bit of a gain boost. You have another compressor model here. And that is, again, it's very powerful, as you can hear, because you can add lots of or boost the signal very much here. And the unit itself, it's not that dynamic, so I think I don't need that much of a compression here, as it's compressing by itself, but well, it's very useful, as you can hear, as a boost section. Okay, let's play around a little bit here, crank the gain. By the way, today I'm playing my Jackson Kelly with everything stuck. I saw some people cranking the bass, because this unit has very small speakers, so you can crank the bass without getting floppy. Just gets really full. But what I also hear is that maybe the master is affecting the tone here. So it's not the volume, it's more or less affecting the tone, like a real master parameter in a tube amp would do. So in other words, if you crank the master a little bit more here, you will get into maybe power amp saturation, and it gets louder, but on the unit you have an output control, so maybe I can reduce it. I don't know if that is working for the recording, but in the room it's... Okay, then maybe you should dial back the bass a little bit. Okay, without the chorus. Might be really nice for lead. And to me, it's really, well, it feels pretty much like playing a hot rodded JCM 800. I think the highs, they tend to get a little bit fizzy sometimes, but other than that, it's a very nice, very enjoyable tone. But Of course, the unit got some other amps, so we could check out these. Southern High is something which reminds me of the Pantera tone, the Dimebag used on the Cowboys from Hell album at Solid State. Or also maybe the Megadeth Countdown or Euthanasia tone, which is of course different from the Pantera tone, but they have both these upper mid-range crunch, which that unit has. And if you use the other IR here, and it's maybe more martialish. So the IRs here are not that bad, they're all quite usable. Only I prefer the brown forward rough. But the Vintage is also nice. Okay, that has a lot of bass here. Maybe also nice for leads, but you have to be careful with the bass in that unit, with that IR. Juicy. I think I prefer the first three ones here, Fuel, Brown and Vintage. Southern High, as I said, it can deliver great metal tones. Let's see if we dial back the treble, how far we can get with that. Crank the gain, reduce the master. I think with that unit it's a good idea to set the master a little bit higher. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with an EQ, which would be really helpful here, like a graphical or parametric EQ. But yeah, let's briefly check the other ones. Brown 1, it's kind of similar to Brown 2. Only with less gain, and this is the Angle Powerball, I think. Powerball emulation. It gets a little bit flubby. Yeah. So, yeah, I hope this helps you. My quick overview. I don't check out the bass and the clean here, sorry, but I think most people buy it because of the Brown 2 sound, and I definitely recommend to use it here with the desktop editor, as it offers more flexibility. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Other than that, see you.